Hey guys, welcome to Redraw, the series where I draw and talk about life and just anything relevant. Consider it like podcast plus the added benefit of drawing and or drawing along with me. So this is pilot episode. I want to see how this does. And a little backstory before I get started is that I actually haven't drawn since middle school, and I'm graduated college by now, by the way. Like I've drawn, I've done animations, but I haven't been hardcore drawing in a long time. And the whole point of the series and why it's called Redrawn is so I can really get back into drawing. And I've been wanting to do this for a very, very long time. That being said, I suck, and as a series, don't expect me to be like the greatest artist ever. At all. Please consider me new, but the whole goal is you guys can see me progress, and I mean, you guys can progress with me as well, which is really exciting, I think. So, for the first episode, I saw, okay, you guys, have you guys seen Teen Titans versus Justice League? And yeah, that sounds a little bit lame, because it's like, oh, it's another one of those versus movies. But it's a DC animated movie, right? And basically, they make it sound like it's one of those like versus things, but it's really not. Okay, so classic Teen Titans episode, right? Imagine that, but it like came back with a really, really cool style. So that's what basically Justice League versus Teen Titans versus Justice League. Wow, I can't speak. Is, and to be like, it's basically, I really enjoyed it, and I really like the art style, and very specifically Raven. And so that's who I'm going to try to draw, or at least practice drawing, if that makes sense. I have no technique. I haven't even practiced any techniques, so I'm kind of just figuring all this out. But basically, I was gonna say is that it's actually a really good movie, and I really advise everyone to watch it, especially if you dig the old Teen Titans animated series, and not necessarily Teen Titans Go, which it's really not that bad. Teen Titans Go, it's for like my brother's generations, which he's 13, by the way. It's really not that bad. It's no original Teen Titans, but it's really not that bad. A lot of people give Teen Titans Go hate. It's genuinely funny, but I understand that like having the classic Teen Titans gone really sucks because I miss it as well. Yeah, so I am Super Noob Artist 3000. So I apologize. So this series is really, don't expect to get better at drawing in a sense, or at least, again, I kind of mentioned it earlier, where this is more of like a podcast slash draw along. So I will link the drawings in the description, or at least the JPEG or the picture, and you guys can totally draw along. That being said, because this is a pilot episode, I did not practice for it. I just kind of wanted this to be natural. I swear to you, I would totally plan future episodes to make sure I'm not as noob core level 30. Oh wow, I am sucking at this, aren't I? So, so let's say, bam. From time to time, I'll pop up the picture I'm working on too. And I don't know if other people have done this. I know that like finally a lot of Tumblr and just general and artists are really taking full control of YouTube and making videos and really spreading their art by making speed drawings and stuff like that. But unless you're really, really into art and technique and want to see how other people do it, speedruns aren't as interesting unless it's like some gorgeous artwork and it's some obscure like paint and style or just general style. It's really not as interesting as one would think. I mean, a lot of artists have been spreading their wings and just like they do like a face camera with a live stream, and they actually, what's really cool I think is they do 2 people on whatever episode or whatever they're doing. So they have guest artists, and that's really cool, and that's a lot very akin to what I'm doing here. In fact, I probably want to do some guest artists in the future. So I'm seeing a lot of ums, which I don't really like. Though, wow. I kind of wish I actually at least practiced once. Again, it's been since high school. So like high school, I took an animation class, but animation it's different because a lot of the work I did didn't require. I don't even know if you can see this on camera, hopefully, but didn't require a whole bunch of. The early projects were like ball bouncing techniques. Later on, we got into some heavy stuff, and I actually still have those videos. So one day I might show them. But a lot of it was like early practicing, or even making Flash projects, which you only really need to draw like one good still, in order for it to be good. I am super hardcore regretting doing this without practice. Because, I haven't drawn since middle school, but I'm a little tiny better than this. I swear to you guys. I swear. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. This proportions are bad. The thing is, so I absolutely love art, right? I love all forms of art. And the art I ended up really sticking with to kind of do life with, to be an adult. At least what I want to do in the future is film. And, my reasoning for this, right, is film requires all the art forms. And especially when I was younger, in high school and whatnot, so you can't really choose what you want to be when you're older. So, I love doing every form of art. And so I'm just like, I like everything, I'm not the best at any one thing. I'm a little bit good at everything. Like, I'm at least not like super hardcore noob level, and I can visually and like I just know I can improve beyond noob level when it comes to art forms. But I also just doing one thing. I couldn't just do one thing. I kind of got bored just doing one thing. And so, film is one of those things where I consider that I literally do everything in. And I don't like just to do film work or cinematography and direct. I like to get involved in every aspect of it. And so, it really does involve every form of artwork. That includes music, graphic design, photography, textography, anything and everything you can imagine. Holy balls, this is bad. Pilot episode. Yeah. I swear to you guys, I will totally practice during the next episode when it's not hardcore pilot. Oh gosh. Okay. I already want to redo Raven. So Raven, right? This animated series, or this animated movie was so good. I was surprised, and I wasn't gonna watch it. As DC movies tend to be, they're either really good or not really good, and it's always one and the other. It's never any one. Hold on, I had to reset that. Yeah, so they're either really good or just really bad, and no matter what, they often suffer. At least the early ones suffer from what I like to call empty-itis, and it's like these massive cities and these nice swooping shots, and not a single person in those cities, right? It bugs me because it's not like they can animate 1 and 2, but they only animate the main characters and no one else in the city. Every once in a while, they have a random shot of like one dude running, but like massive cities and no one in them. It's really scary. And the music too. The music is usually low key because I imagine they don't have much budget to do these movies. And if they come out good, it all comes from the heart of these artists, and then probably their production and other things ended up like working out for them, on top of having heart, the power of hearts. So, and not the power of Kevin Hart, by the way, just the actual power of heart. Oof, oof, oof. 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 This picture, bro. I'm still on the face. I'm sorry. So I never even strategized like how long these would take. Probably should do that. And I will do that for future episodes. Here, let me master the face here, and I don't want to be too quiet, but I'm at least gonna master the face, tiny bit. Let's do this hardcore parkour. Oh, that has to align, but I'll just align the hair later. I'm really glad I'm working with pencil. In the future, I did hear that using like a black Prisma big pencil is the best way to go, and I'll probably do that. I just at hand I only had a very lame mechanical pencil. Actually, I'll show right here. It'd be better on camera too. Yeah, woo, effort. Right? Am I right? No. So, let's do these eyeballs. On their own, I can usually do eyes pretty well. So here, I'm gonna try and draw one of these. I'm gonna throw my head into this frame, into the second frame, and disappear from the first. But usually with eyeballs, I do really good. Or I don't want to say I do good because that would actually probably mean I can actually draw good. But I actually have all of my drawing books from back when I was in elementary school. I kept all those. And I argue that they're better than I draw now. Like, literally, 8-year-old, 10-year-old me was a much better artist than 23-year-old me. And a lot of it was I was so into it. I have memories of going into recess on the playground and taking my art book and like literally going into this old wooden playground. Really cool. It was like a big boat and it was massive, and going like within the framings in between the logs, it was wooden, and drawing and just taking my drawing book and just drawing things. And at the time it were things like Pokemon, it was Beyblade, it was those kind of things. And I have some interesting stories from that because that's like my peak art time, right? That's when I absolutely wanted to draw things. I wanted to draw anime and such. Holy balls. Okay, I get eyes not bad. They're not I just noticed now I've lost my pressure sensitivity, or like my not hand-eye coordination, but the ability to change pressure effectively with one's hand. Yeah. That skill is all but lost, it seems, sadly. Holy balls. Okay. Yeah, and then let's okay. Again, I'm not doing this because it's like, hey, I'm an awesome. I'm not like Markcrilley, which awesome artist. Go to his channel. We'll link it. Love Markcrilley. Cool dude. literal professional artist, cool, awesome Japanese life. Buy his books too. He genuinely, like, I will show you how to be a better artist. And actually awesome advice and literally pure skill with the pen and pencil. Me, on the other hand, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? No, please watch this video. No. I'm not that desperate, but I'm hoping you're here for more entertainment purposes. And hey, put it in the background while you draw along and or something. Yeah. Oh, okay. The thing is, probably the biggest thing, perspective. I have zero. On camera, I understand perspective greatly, but like when it comes to drawing the 3D plane, I should practice that before I go back into doing this stuff. That's for sure. You know what? I'm happy with face size, so I will save the eyes last, because I fear that I will mess it up if not. I'm pretty sure actual artists don't erase as much as I have been doing right now. They just like, and you see the basic outline, they're like, oh man, and then they go over the basic outline and do the final. I mean, there's layers in between probably, but like, again, I'm super new at this, and by new, I just haven't done it officially with hardcoreness forever. But again, so redraw. The point is, I want to get back into drawing. Didn't know how. Let's make a series out of it, right? Literally, make a series out of me drawing again. That being said, if this thing goes anywhere, and I don't improve in like a year, that just means I should give up, probably. I say that jokingly. I would never give up drawing or any individual piece of art form, but be pretty sad. It's like you got it. It's like watching a movie and nothing happens. You know, I don't want to upset anyone, including myself. It's just like I followed this individual, this guy, ever since the beginning, and I can honestly say he did not improve once. Although I think I would get an award for the biggest like waste of people's time. So I think I'd be proud of that. I really would be. Okay, this hair is not even as equal as I would want it. So I don't know how long I've been running for, and I don't know if how much I'm gonna do some edits and such. Yeah, let's do some overtime here. So, oh gosh. I want to do overtime, but and by overtime, I don't mean like surpass the time, the actual dictionary definition. I meant speed up my drawing and not care about details, or at least getting things 100%. Because odds are I won't be able to get them 100%. But things with videos sometimes is that you don't really... at least myself, I often forget how long time flies on video. And that's probably a bad thing to have, especially considering that's like my forte, right? That's what I do and want to do professionally for a very long time. But things like when I brought back the Nerdyitch podcast, you guys should all go watch. It was only ever meant to be 45 minutes, and I knew when I brought it back, I wanted to like extend that. Definitely more longer than 45 minutes. But thing is, it's is that we didn't know how long we were going to run for, and actually, fun fact, I cut some things, and Mr. Paris Brown, he was on the podcast. I should mention this, right? So there was, if you guys watch the video podcast, there's like there's probably 15-second moments that are just pure black, and let me destroy the illusion of that I was a noob and I didn't, I just kind of like, that was left on the editing floor. It's actually that my camera can only record for around 30 minutes. That's on a good day. straight. And so I actually have to get up and run and press the button in between those 30 seconds. Of course, we still talk in between those 30 seconds. So if you guys can catch me like mid sitting back down, I'm impressed. But also we had camera 2, but camera 2 evidently died 10 minutes in, so we couldn't just switch, which that was the plan. So I challenge you to see how good of an edit I did. But that being said, blackness, I really shouldn't have left it black. I was going to put like some fun little thing. And Paris Brown, going back to him, he had the smartest, very smart idea to be like, hey, put like an anime little thing in there, little joke thing, animation. I'm just like, that's a really good idea. I'm going to steal that and not give you credit for it. I'm joking, Paris and anyone there. I'm not like that. But, can you see this? So, yeah, I might do that. We'll see what happens. If I can get camera 2 rolling, or if I can convince someone, one of my other friends, to be a cameraman officially during the podcast, that'd be really nice. Again, we're a really small production. Man, I like that sound of that. Calling myself a production, bro. I can get used to that. So I said I was gonna like double time this, and I just absolutely did not. In fact, I've probably slowed down slightly a bit more. I've been talking about some behind the scenes stuff. So this Raven, I absolutely love this Raven, design wise, but also like character wise and writing wise. And so like Raven has a general like characteristic and storyline, because we kind of, everything Teen Titans media wise we get, it's like kind of treads the same footing. It doesn't really do more of the comic stuff, which I don't. But this is definitely a unique Raven. Like, it's her own Raven, but at the same time, it has elements of the original animated Teen Titans Raven. And, you know, that probably has to do with, I think she's same voice actor. It's been like a week since I've watched it. But also because, you know, same basic story of my dad's kind of this crazy demonic dude who only had me so I can destroy the world. And my mom was caught in the middle. Sad, very sad, and deep and stuff. So yeah, I am a really good movie. I can't say that enough. Go watch it. Oh gosh, yeah, Kevin. But I was gonna say that also, aside from this movie, Beast Boy is really great. Oh, I have so many topics I want to talk about. But another one. Okay, before I go into the Beast Boy, which is really awesome, it's that. You know what? I blanked out my second one. I am so professional with this. Let's get back to Beast Boy. Beast Boy is really funny too in this version, and Beast Boy and Robin have a really great dance number, and I'll call it a dance number. That's totally what it is. And honestly, the movie, you should watch the whole movie. But if you go on YouTube, search up Robin, Beast Boy, music, dance Justice League versus whatever, Teen Titans. Watch it. It's amazing. And I haven't looked up the music, but the music's I really enjoyed too. I think that's what makes the scene, and also just like they're actually genuinely having fun, and that's kind of the point of that scene, because, you know, they take their job very seriously, or at least Mr. Robin, which is a completely different Robin from the Teen Titans animated show. He is, because I'm forgetting, there is Jason Todd, there is basically the version of Robin that's actually Bruce Wayne's, aka Batman's son. You know, Ra's al Ghul and his daughter, I'm forgetting what's her face, something Al Ghul. She had a thing with with Batman, and she had the kid, or she got pregnant, she didn't tell him, and raised him, and his goal was to, like, he has a lot of, like, issues, basically, after basically having a grandfather where, like, you're the destiny of the family, and, you know, you've literally been trained like a ninja where, like, you've been trained to fight your entire life. So he has issues, but he kind of comes off as he definitely comes off as unlikable, especially knowing the old Robin from Teen Titans, where he was like the most charismatic dude ever and badass as Mofo. Especially the scenes with him and Slade, super deep stuff. And I already know these hands. The hands are gonna come off very not proportional, but hey, I tried, right? Tried so hard and got so far, but you know, in the end, it doesn't even matter. It does matter. I lied. So, just a little bit of a... And that's too much of a weird flap. Hey, not everyone is... Everyone has belly rolls. Even Raven, okay? Let's see. So, Raven... This design-wise, I freaking love Raven. This is her in her casual, and her casual looks badass. Like, you know, she's... Her winged version is actually a combination of her, like, of the more comic book version of Raven and the newer version of Raven, and it's pretty cool. But this is her casual version that I'm trying to draw. Trying, very, very much, very loose term in my case. But it's, I absolutely love it. Like, it's just great. And, like, absolutely Raven. Beast Boy is amazing. Do I ship them? I don't know. Sure, let's say I do. I'm not a hardcore shipper, I will say that. I have seen fan art, and the fan art's cute, I'm not gonna lie. Of them too. Okay. This kind of goes like that, oddly enough, and kind of interferes with her things. Look at those. She has fingerless gloves. Here, let me try and draw these fingerless gloves before I comment on them too much. Fingerless gloves, guys. Okay, I don't own a pair of fingerless gloves, but now I'm looking at the fact that it's a huge mistake that I'm not drawn with fingerless gloves. Whoop. At all. I won't say I'm too bad at drawing fingers. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. She might have giant bare hands now that I said that. The detail in this picture is pretty hard to see. That's my excuse. So whether this series turns out to be the series, excuse of my terrible draw. She has claws. It looks like claws. I wonder if we can do a zoom in on that real quick. Claws. I swear they're not claws. They're actually fingers. Okay, let's kind of backtrack here. Let's leave that there for now. Yeah, let's kind of backtrack there. So let me draw her face, and question is, do I want to? Oh, why is that? Okay, I'm gonna change this. So I'm gonna show the picture on screen, right? And her necklace here. Both strings, and then let's cut back to like my drawing, and both strings kind of go this way. That makes no sense at all, unless the string's like weirdly choking her. No, okay, the necklace should properly go this way, right? Look at, okay, zoom in. Don't know if it's visible. I should do some tougher lines there, right there. Okay, that looks ugly, but should go this way and this way, not both strings go this way, unless like it's wrapping around her. Oh, there goes the microphone. Wrapping around the thing a few times. Speaking of Mike, I'm gonna go check that real quick. Yeah, Raven. I guess you're looking better than ever. Not in my version, but you're definitely looking better than ever. Because since you haven't really showed up on TV media, visual media for a while, aside from comics and things like that. Which comics I can't keep up with Teen Titans comic, or at least I don't want to. I feel like I would be horribly disappointed if I did. I do enjoy my fair share of comics, like Wayward, really good series by the way. I might do some art from that one day. Wayward and hold on. Gotham Academy. Friggin' love Gotham Academy, by the way. Don't know what that is. Friggin' amazing, Gotham Academy. I also, from time to time, I do some other comics, whatever is good. I talked about this in the podcast. I actually picked up Deadpool, which don't really read Deadpool. But this one was really deep, and, aside from being deep, and huge thing, has a Hamilton reference, which is amazing. Hamilton reference, greatest thing ever. But that actually kind of sold me. But, it was really deep. But also really well written. And I actually read it on Facebook. I forget how. It just ended up on my feed. Someone, uploaded the full thing. And it's like, hey, check this out. And I just read it. And immediately I went out to buy it. After I read it, I'm like, I need to own this. Not as some sort of collector or anything. But, it was really, really good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna finish these eyes, or try to finish the eyes, and I'll call it an episode, see how it turns out. So it's not 100% done, and my goal, when I do the next episode, is to actually, completely finish. I mean, it's pretty close to done, and by close, I just have really basic, really badly done lines. I don't even know how visible they are on camera, unless I can do some weird detail effects. So, and eyeball number 1. Okay, eyeball number 2. Let's do this. Fight me, eyeball. This one is a weird perspective shift where she slightly has her head turned. Which I don't know if this artist did it good. This is actually technically it should be a screenshot from the movie, and then someone, I guess, took the background out, and or probably just from the studio itself. Oh gosh, okay. From the studio itself. And they're just probably in the presentation at Comic-Con or something, I would figure this picture's from. I never even looked at the link where this one came from. I probably should have. Okay. Yeah, so this is actually directly from the series. Oh, look at that shoulder. She has a broken shoulder. That's how it is. It's one of those things where, have you ever just visualized something? Well, when you're drawing and you already did the lines and you erased it, but you have that visual still in your head forever about that, it's there until you can effectively fix it. Oh, that's me with her claw hands. And so now every time I look down there at her hand, I see the claw hands. And so I don't think I'm going to do those hands again. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's... I have to get quiet here so I can actually do this effectively. Yeah, I don't want this one to be too long. Again, you guys will find out how long I will make them. I don't know if it'll be an actual length of a podcast, or if it'll have what I call speed painting aspects to it, or it's just fast forwards. I mean, I did talk a lot, and I plan to talk a lot forever. But aspects of speed painting, I don't know. Okay. 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 This is my finished artwork, right? You know, you know anime. You know those old anime, and there's really bad frames or shots of their faces when it's really disproportional. That's what this is. That's what this is right now. Okay, so finish artwork. Bam! And then compare it to the original. Bam! Ow, it hurts me. But, okay. Guys. So, literally, a big thing about this series, too, is you guys shouldn't be ashamed of your artwork, especially when you're starting off. And it's really hard to not be ashamed when you see your favorite artist doing something so friggin' amazing. And, you know, big lesson from Redraw. Pilot episodes, I'll tell you what this lesson is. It's don't be ashamed and keep going, and you'll get better. And even if you haven't done it for a while, like myself. And gosh, I'll tell you 1,000 times. I swear, even right now, not drawing for years, I draw better than this. I'm not ashamed. This is actually entertaining as fudge. But guess what I want to do at this very moment? I want to improve it even more. I want to redraw this and do it better. Redraw. So yeah, so this is my final artwork, and hope you guys enjoy this series, and we'll see if I keep going. But yeah, Raven Simone. Okay, not Raven Simone. Raven from Teen Titans. I don't know her last name actually. Yeah. Yeah, subscribe and like this video so I know that you guys enjoy it, and I'll keep going. I'm gonna keep going for a little bit, no matter what. I want to get better at drawing. But yeah, see ya.